Hey there, submarinos. I do my UFC 136 picks. Edgar versus Maynard 3. They really sneak up on you, don't they? Yeah, they sure do. Just gonna start with the spike card. Anthony Pettis versus Jeremy Stephens. I am going to take Pettis because I think he can beat a wrestler of Stephens' caliber. So yeah, I'm on the Pettis train for that one. Damian Maia versus Jorge Santiago. That's really a hard one to pick because Santiago's found a lot of success out of the UFC, and Maia is always in there with the jiu-jitsu, but he lacks in the stand-up, and he actually lacks in the wrestling of getting into his ground game, so that's a big liability. I think Santiago has enough tools to win this fight. I think he's going to keep it standing and just maybe get a KO or maybe just get a decision based on nice striking. So, yeah. Leonard Garcia versus Nam Fan. I think Garcia is overrated, so I'm going to go with Nam Fan. Yeah. Melvin Gillard versus Joe Lozon. That's a hard one because Gillard has some momentum going for him. But I think Lozon's more technically sound. But let's go with, what do you call him, Gillard. I don't like the guy. I think he has a bad attitude. He was on cocaine a while back. He's just not the best representative of the sport that we're trying to prove that isn't all about people dragging their knuckles, and just he's not very good in interviews where he can really enlighten people on the sport. He's just like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna hurt you more bad, I'm gonna blah, man. It's just ugh. It's like, it's like our version of James Toney here, so it looks really bad in the sport. But he's been on a tear lately, what can I say? And Lozon's just kind of at a weird standstill in his career and isn't really going in any one direction. He just, he loses one, he wins one, he loses one, he wins one. So let's go Gillard. Why not? Shell Sonnen versus Brian Stann. That's a weird one. Brian Stann has good stand-up, but to me, I seem to remember he has bad wrestling. Like, he'd be taken down easily, so I'm going to go with Shell. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Brian Stann can get some knockouts. He's strong on the stand-up, but just, I think Sonnen's going to take this, and it's going to be an easy road for him back to the title shot, I guess. Ugh. Jose Aldo versus Kenny Florian. Even Dana White was tiptoeing around it, but he was admitting that Florian, he chokes in these main event title places. All this is the co-main event, so he got a break there, but it is for the title. And I think Jose Aldo's going to win. And the main event, Frankie Edgar versus Gray Maynard for the lightweight title. Going into this, I was thinking that Frankie's going to win it. But from what I've seen, it just seems like Gray is more hungry for it, so I'm just going to go with him. Now, my reasoning behind going with Edgar at first is, say that Gray doesn't get that punch, and in the first round they did in their last fight, and it's more about Edgar just doing enough to win and getting the win here, just edging him on all the rounds. And I thought about that for a while, but also you got to think Maynard really threw everything but the kitchen sink at him when he saw he was hurt, and it really, really gassed him big time and cost him some rounds. So, and in that way, you could see where it also hurt him getting a knockdown like that. Also, I think Maynard's more hungry for it, really. Edgar is just kind of the champ, and he's doing the press tour and stuff. And Gray's gritting his teeth and wants to get this done over with. He wants to win this and do it, and just wants to go right through Edgar and prove that he's good enough. So yeah, and he's beaten Edgar before. It seems like weird. It seems like Frankie has never beaten Gray Maynard, but Maynard has won against him and drawled against him. So I think we're going to see Or you could see Edgar win and they complete the little cycle of 1-1-1 and both draw at one point. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Maynard. I kind of like Maynard a little bit more better because like Frankie Edgar's like scrappy dude and stuff, and Maynard's just like kind of quiet guy. He's not really the smartest guy. He's just a guy, and he doesn't really care about all the press and stuff. He just wants to fight, and I can respect that. So yeah, hopefully it's a good event. I mean, that last title fight between these two was a barn burner, so hopefully they can deliver again. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.